All right.
Alright.
So we're talking about books right now. And
Yeah, so you're talking about books.
oh man, I'm blanking here. I know
We just got talking about how the Aragon books are such massive bricks.
Yeah, and how like I remember everything I read, so like I don't like to read a lot of stuff because I'm afraid that my mind will just be encompassed entirely by what I read.
Yes.
Dude, if you the Ender's Game series, that's a really interesting read. Like
You mean like the Hunger Games?
no, Ender's Game is a lot different than that.
I'm not aware. Please invite me.
Oh man. Okay, so Ender's Game has one of the biggest plot twists out of any. I don't know if maybe you should read it and not, I don't break it to you, man. Like it has like one of the best.
I'm not gonna read the book.
Okay,
I haven't read a book in a decade.
It has one of the best plot twists of all time. Like, okay, so basically, like the guy thinks he's playing he starts off doing a bunch of simulations of war, and he thinks he's.
Is there a movie about this?
Yes, there is a movie.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you know the plot twist.
Yes, I know the plot twist. I remember we had a conversation on the porch a long time ago when the movie came out about it.
Yeah, like he finds out that he's sending all of his friends on like a suicide mission, like.
They killed the Nids.
Yeah, because he thought he thought it was just a simulation.
Yeah, and it turned out it was a reality, and then he was super pissed off, and he got all these medals.
And then he basically becomes vilified for it in the later books. Like everyone hates him because he's considered the xenocide. Like he murdered an entire species. But I find the second book to be really interesting because it's like, it's like basically you watch this military tactician go from doing strategy to just putting away everyone's dirty laundry.
I know, and it's kind of like, I hate to talk about this type of topic, but since we're talking about like books and cinema and whatnot, it's like watching the Starship Troopers movie and not noticing that the military's uniforms are based off Nazi uniforms.
Dude, Star Troopers is way worse than Ender's Game in terms of its sequels.
I know, they're so trash.
It's like, man, why did they wrong my boy so much, you know?
Oh, I feel that. That's like when I saw when they remade the Ben 10. They remade the Ben 10. Like, how could you murder my boy like this, bro? I tried watching it, but oh my god, they turned it into like a little kid's cartoon, and I couldn't handle it, bro.
Okay, so talk about one thing I want. Like, I want I want Final Fantasy to do what Pokemon's been doing, where they just like remake every Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I really want at this point in my life. Like,
they kind of are. I mean, they just remade Final Fantasy 1.
And that was awesome. Definitely a good play.
So I'm sure Final Fantasy 2 is coming. Just gotta remember that all that shit depends on sales.
I'm buying it.
Because nowadays in the video game market, shit, if you want that game to get a sequel, tell your friends. Tell your friends and tell their friends. Word of mouth is so good at selling a game right now. Because companies, they have like one or two trailers to sell their shit. And honestly, the trailers aren't even that good and everybody thinks the trailers are fake anyways.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, us as video game buyers have been fucked over by the big video game companies with fake trailers. Look at Anthem was a perfect example of that. Look at Watch Dogs 1, where the trailers were so much better than the games actually were.
Okay, no lie though, I love Anthem.
I know, and I'm not saying that Anthem's game's not good. I'm just saying that what we got from the trailer to the actual game is two totally different things.
Okay.
Like, that game does not look like anything like the trailer for Anthem. Like the E3 trailer, like released, like introduction trailer.
Yeah, I feel that. There wasn't nearly enough content in Anthem. That was really its downfall. Like they
Yeah, you can't release a game and try to make it service with only 4 raids.
It's like this game's all about raids. Like, come on, man.
And they expect to go here, make it here, last a year.
Yeah, they did that game so wrong, so dirty.
Yeah, and then they just, once it fell in the water, they're like, okay, now sink with them concrete shoes.
Dude, this is random, but do you know how to like solve a Rubik's Cube?
Fuck no.
I'm holding one right now, and it's just like, man, I've never
1 in 100
1 in 100.
know how to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Dude, I should just Google the strategy.
Mr. Beast did a competition where there was 100 boys and 100 girls,
Uh-huh.
and each side both had one person that knew how to just solve a Rubik's Cube. So what the boys started doing is they started all setting a line and started like solving white, and then put the cube down for the guy that could actually finish the Rubik's cubes.
I underestimated its power, man. Like I thought this was gonna be an easy fix. Like this is very difficult.
No, man, not Tyler. Imagine there are people that can do that in under a minute and 20 seconds blindfolded.
The spatial intelligence, like they're like Albert Einstein of like space stuff.
No, what they do is they have sequences that they go through.
Uh-huh.
That like they know if they rotate it like this way, there's going to be a blue on top.
Oh, okay.
And then they know if they twist that one that way, there'll be another blue next to it.
Huh.
And they just know how to do those type of sequences over and over and over and over again.
Nice.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. We're at 7 minutes. Should I see how the recording is?
Alrighty.
All right, stop.